Hi Sagittarius, welcome back to my channel Tarot Z. I'm Z and I'm going to be doing your tarot reading, finding out what are the messages of the cards that come out in this reading for you today. Thank you so much for joining and for being here for the reading. So let's begin. Let's find out what cards come out, what messages come through with the cards. So we do have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Page of Swords and we have the Ten of Cups. And we have the Moon card. So we do have some Pisces energy. Could be dealing with a Pisces. So what the Moon card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of kind of having a lot or going through a lot that somebody is trying to really process. I do feel like it's a little bit overwhelming, especially emotionally. But I do feel like with the Moon card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of also being in a space of kind of being afraid of what's going to happen next, kind of having lack of clarity or certainty. So I do feel like with the Wheel card showing up over here, this feels like pretty positive energy, especially an energy of feeling like a person feels quite lucky to know you. A person feels quite lucky to have you in their life. And I also feel like with the Wheel card showing up over here, this also has to do with the timing of things. And it does feel like being fortunate to experience something at the right time. I do feel like this person feels that way about you. I do feel like with the Wheel card showing up here, though, there could have been a lot of experiences of a lot of ups and downs at times in this connection. But I do feel like it's a pretty strong one. And it is also a deeply meaningful one with the Wheel card showing up here. This does feel like a little bit of some karmic energy. So I do feel like this connection is coming to your life to teach you something. And I do feel like as well as for this person. But I do feel like as far as the way in which they're feeling this connection is something they're feeling quite deeply. And I do also get that with the Moon card showing up over here. It could even be something that's taking them even deeper than what they expected. With the Page of Swords showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of being open and being interested in this connection. I do feel like when it comes to the way you feel about this person, you could be quite intrigued. You could be quite interested and curious about getting to know this person and even getting to know those feelings and exploring them with this person. I do feel like with this Page of Swords showing up over here, though, this feels like an energy of trying to find out more. But it's like you're doing it without letting this person in on that. So this does feel like a bit of some research kind of energy of trying to find out more about a person, being quite curious. But I do feel like with this Page of Swords, this does feel like it is a connection that is one that it is having an impact on you as far as also getting your attention. And with the Page of Swords, this does feel like an energy of being quite intrigued as far as where things are going to lead. And it could be in the initial phases. I do feel like as far as being able to open up to this person on a communication basis, it does feel like it's like you're at the beginning phases of really getting settled into that with the person. But I do feel like there is a strong sense of feeling connected and this connection from both of you. With the Ten of Cups showing up over here, I do feel like the person you are dealing with is somebody who is in it for the long haul. They do desire to have something that's going to be something that's going to go the distance, something that's going to end up as something that is got a solid foundation. It's going to be something that feels like a happily ever after. There is that feeling of wanting to actually achieve that with you. And I do feel like it's a motivating and a driving force for this person when it comes to the way that they are handling things with you. I do feel like ultimately this person is someone who is... They take your connection quite seriously, but I also feel like on an emotional level, there's something this connection does for this person that they may not find elsewhere. I'm going to clarify these cards. So we have the Page of Pentacles. We have the Two of Cups. And we have the Lovers. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Pentacles. So with the Lovers card showing up here, we also have some Gemini energy. So it could be dealing with the Gemini, Pisces. And I do get that you could also be dealing with an earth sign. So a Virgo, Taurus, or even Capricorn. But with the Seven of Pentacles, this does feel like an energy of really putting in work into making things work. I do feel like it's not necessarily an easy straightforward kind of a path forward, but it is definitely one that is worth investing and being able to put in effort towards, because I do feel like on some level it requires work to make it work. I do feel like there is a strong emotional connection, but I do feel like navigating that may be something that does take effort. So it could be something that doesn't come naturally. And with that Page of Pentacles showing up over here, I do feel like you are dealing with someone who is quite invested. They are also someone who's concerned with having something that's going to be something with longevity, also something with a solid foundation. I do feel like this person is also someone who's willing to actually show up for your connection. I do feel like with the Page of Pentacles, this is a pretty consistent energy. It also feels like a pretty responsible and diligent one. So it does feel like the connection is one that has got a lot of promise. I do feel like though with the Wheel card, this does feel like an energy of having a lot of ups and downs in a connection, but I do feel like when it comes to your connection, there is this ultimate feeling of being meant to be that's also keeping you together, and that's also keeping things moving forward. With the Two of Cups shown up over here, I do feel like you could actually be feeling that this connection is one that has the potential to turn into a relationship. And if it is already a relationship, this does feel like having a really strong connection within a relationship with somebody who's on the same page with you. I do feel like with the Lovers card, this also feels like a very compatible energy between two people who complement each other's energies quite well. I also feel like with the Lovers card, this is recognizing of each other on a deeper level. And I also get that with this Wheel card showing up over here. There is a feeling of being fortunate to be in this connection. And I do feel like when it comes to the way in which this person makes you feel, the way you make this person feel, there is a feeling of being very lucky or fortunate to be able to have this connection with you. It's like there's something that are adding to a person's life that is very beneficial and that they do recognize is something rare. I do feel like with the Lovers card showing up over here that there's also a sense of being a little bit at a crossroads within a connection. I do feel like being able to move forward, especially within a relationship, is going to take some kind of a deciding or decision making factor needing to be considered. I do feel like with the Moon card that there could be also some kind of information that you're finding out about someone, and does feel like being able to actually gain access to understanding a person on a deeper level, but that also feels like having some secrets coming out and getting to know them on a deeper level and deciding moving forward whether this is something you can take on. I also feel like emotionally it could also be something that is a bit heavy. I'm going to clarify these cards. We have the Very Soon card. We have the Free Yourself card. And we have the Chemistry card. So this Very Soon card showing up over here, I do feel like divine timing is at play within this connection. I do also feel like when it comes to meeting someone, divine timing is at play, and it does feel like the right time. And I do also feel like things can take off quite well and even happen at a more faster pace, or even a pace that you don't expect. There is this feeling of being pleasantly surprised or being able to experience something that feels like it is putting you in a position to feel quite lucky to experience. I do feel like with this Very Soon card showing up over here, you could be hearing from somebody very soon. I do feel like being able to actually move closer within a connection with someone and having someone opening up to you does feel like there is a sense of an accelerated progress. I also feel like with the Seven of Pentacles, this tends to be slow and steady type of progress. But with the Very Soon card showing up over here, this does feel like things are happening at the right time. And I do feel like this does feel like being able to actually be in a space where there's a sense of having things moving forward and also a decisiveness that's also pushing things forward. Do you feel like with this Very Soon card, this does feel like manifestations coming to pass, but I do feel like it also has to do with getting clear with what you want and then being able to have that. But there is something you are manifesting that you want. I do feel like it is something coming your way. With the Free Yourself card showing up over here, I'm really getting this pertaining to this Moon card. With this Moon card showing up over here, this does feel like a lot of anxiety and even just a lot of feeling of being afraid of the future and kind of being a little bit uncertain on some level. And I do feel like with the Free Yourself card showing up over here, this is about being able to really open up And I do feel like this could be your energy, this could be the person you're dealing with's energy, or the energy of a connection, and being able to really give yourself permission to be able to move things to the next level within this connection. I do feel like you have divine timing on your side. It's also a feeling of being able to actually make the decision to move forward. I do feel like because of it being the right time and getting to that place where I do feel like you could be actually entering into a connection or relationship with this Two of Cups showing up over here. That may be something that's been a long time coming, but this does feel like it's happening quite soon. With the chemistry card showing up over here, definitely feel like there's a lot of chemistry between yourself and someone else. I get that with the Ten of Cups and the Lovers card. It's a pretty passionate energy. I do feel like there's a lot of perhaps even electric chemistry between yourself and someone else. It also feels like deep attraction, and I do feel like there is a strong spark here, and I do also feel like there's a sense of being able to have that as something that is mutually felt. It does feel like those barriers are something that don't get in the way, don't stand in the way. There's nothing holding you back. It does feel like it's an undeniable type of a chemistry between yourself and someone else, especially with these cards showing up over here. Do you feel like there could be a relationship that you're entering into, or moving and progressing the relationship forward, and really being able to do that with someone and being on the same page as far as having even the correct time, it being the correct time for being able to actually embrace that. And with the Seven of Pentacles, this does feel like an energy of waiting. So I do feel like this does feel like something happening quite soon, something quite suddenly. And I do feel like it's something pleasant. It's something that is, it could feel like it's something you've been waiting for, or this feels like an energy of being able to have something really positive kind of surprise you in the way in which you're moving forward with someone and a relationship. So those are the messages I am getting with these cards for you, Sagittarius, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, Sagittarius.